Here we are now. And today, I'd like to talk about acting. Do you want to be an actor? Do you want to be an actress? Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever wondered what it would be like? Have you ever had that aspiration? Because if you have, if you know in even a small way that it might be fun to be an actor, then you have what I call acting intuition. And this intuition is, well, it's something very special. It's something that not everyone has. And it's something actually very deep. And what I have to tell you is that acting can be a path to self-realization. It can be a path to finding yourself. It can be a path to all of some of the deepest things in life. And this actor's intuition, this acting intuition, is, well, it shows that you're yearning for something deeper. It shows that you're yearning for those more profound things in life. And it really comes down to four things. There are four things that define acting for me. There are four things that an actor wants. And if we look at them, we can see that, well, it's also four things that people want when they want a deeper life, or a more meaningful life, or just something more. They just want to get in amongst the magic. So what are they? What are these four things? Well, number one, an actor wants to be many things. And this is the thing about actors. You say, oh, that actor has had such diverse roles. Oh, that actor can be this character and then this character. Aren't those characters very different? He's so well, or she's so good at carrying off different roles. Such a diverse portfolio. And the actor, well, they like playing different roles, but they also like playing something that's not themselves. They want to be something other than what they are. They want to get involved in something that takes them away from who they are. And they want to do that in many colourful ways. They want to do that in a range of different ways. And maybe on a more microscopic level, you can say, well, there's not only the roles that are diverse for an actor, but there are diverse emotions within each role, and diverse dialogues, diverse situations, diverse scenarios, diverse relationships. An actor gets to be many things in one night on the stage. They get to be outrageously angry, and then they get to be in love, and then they're this, and then their emotions are going here, and then the next moment they're doing this and that, and then the next moment they're feeling this. And it's this wide range of many things in one night that they get to do. And actors love this because they want to be many things. The second thing that comes into this acting intuition is that they like to pretend. And the other side of this is they like to make real. So make real and make pretend are two sides of the same coin. They're two versions of the same game. And when you act, when an actor is doing their act, there's always this thing of, is it real? Or are we just pretending? Is this actually happening? Or are we just acting? And all actors, well, I'm sure I've said this before at some stage when we're talking about acting, they all have to confront this. Is it real or is it pretend? And that's the game they love to play. There's a thrill in that. There's a thrill when they play with that duality, when they get in touch with that duality as a reality that's shifting. The third thing in acting intuition is to be part of a whole. An actor or an actress wants to be part of a whole. They want to have a small part in the big story. They want to be part of the big production. The production is bigger than them. There's always someone more important. There's not just them involved in this project or this story. And at the end of the movie, everyone's name goes up together. Now, some names are bigger and stay on the screen for longer, sure. But really, they're all on the same screen. They're all in tiny writing and they all go up really fast so that you can't read them. Now, they're not doing it for the credit. They're not doing it because they want their name up there to think, oh, look at me. More so, they're going up there with their name to say, well, look at everyone together. And there is something very satisfying, I can imagine, about making a movie, because it's a project which has a definite beginning, a definite process, and a definite end. Like when the movie's done, it's done. We're not filming anymore. When it's released, it's released. We're not promoting anymore. That's the movie, done and dusted. Start, middle, and end. And that's a complete process. It's whole. An actor wants to be part of something that's whole. And they didn't do all of it. They can't take credit for all of it. No one can take credit for a whole movie because it involves so many people, or a whole production, a stage play even. Same deal. And you can say, well, the director or the producer gets the biggest credit. So they're the ones that get all of it. Well, yes, but not really, because they couldn't have done it without every single person falling into place. So an actor and an actress or an actress wants to be part of a whole. And the fourth point that I've got, the fourth and final point that I've put for acting intuition, is that an actor wants to be themselves. This might seem to be a contradiction to our first point, which is to be many things. But in a strange and roundabout way, being many things is a way to bring you back to yourself. It's a way of accentuating what you are. By contrast. And therefore, well, an actor wants to be themselves. When they get to be someone else, they get to see what it's like to come back to themselves. And there are also, well, there are even acting careers that are based on the actor being themselves. They don't act, they actually be themselves. And that's their role. And that comes back to this duality of pretend and make real. Are we pretending, or are we acting, or is this actually real? Am I this person? Am I the one who's this character? Am I this character? And also, I imagine a lot of actors have frustration in not being themselves, because they do spend so much time pretending to be someone else. getting in other people's lives, other people's psychologies, other people's emotions, talking like other people. And by other people, I mean the characters that they play. And another part of this is an actor wants to change themselves. They have this intuition that they can adapt to become, for a little bit of time, someone else, to change who they are, to learn about themselves, to integrate into themselves. And if an actor is using their career or their skills for self-understanding, self-realization, then they're actually integrating this. They actually take each character as a life lesson. Each character that they learn to act as is also teaching them to live as. There are life lessons, so they can go through the things that the character does in a sort of dress rehearsal way. It's almost like all acting is a dress rehearsal for life, even when it's the matinee performance and it's not a dress rehearsal. Even though when it's the final scene, the final cut, the final take of the movie. When they're filming the final scene, the final shot, well, that's still a dress rehearsal for life. So, these are my thoughts around acting for today. Do you want to be an actor? And of course, these intuitions, well, it's not only actors that have them. And it's not everyone. You might say, well, everyone feels these things. And that's not true. That's not true at all. To be an actor is there's something very special about you if you want to be an actor. There's a draw there. There is each industry really does bring its own type. And type is probably too small a term for it. If we can broaden the term type, I mean, I don't think there's a word for it. Like, what is bigger than a type? There's say like a collection of types. If we can say, oh, you're this kind of actor, or you're this type of actor, or you're this type of actor, and then we go down the list and we say, there's usually about 9 or 10 types of actors. And then we can say, well, how many types of lawyers are there? And we say, well, okay, there's probably about 9 or 10 different types of lawyers. And if we look at those two collections of types, it is fair to say that there is something about those actors and actresses. There's something about them. There's something funny. We can't say what, but there's something there. You know what I'm talking about. If you've got any idea of what it's like to be an actor, you know what I'm talking about. There's something in there. So not everyone has these intuitions of wanting to be many things and to pretend or make real, make pretend, make real, or to be part of a whole, or to be yourself, to change yourself. And I will say that acting as a path is not necessarily guaranteed to lead you towards self-realization. It is possible to have these intuitions and to not know the bigger yearning that they are leading you towards. It's possible to have the characteristics, to have the inborn nature, to have the intuition, and yet to not know where those things are leading you towards, where it's all leading you towards, which is self-discovery, self-realization, and self-transcendence. So that's some of my thoughts for today that are bouncing around. I hope you're having a beautiful day. And now we can sit quietly for some time, if you feel to. And that's all I have to say for now.